Yeah, Tony, ready to roll here with basketball tonight. Just getting ready, waiting for a little something something on Sunday. Figure out something to do.
Oh yeah, I mean, I was talking to I think Mitch the other night. I said, "Well, aren't you glad that we're in this industry, not having to talk about the same game for seven for 14 days? That's just got to be brutal." But we just talk about the Super Bowl on Super Bowl Sunday. That's about it. There's so much action in college hoops, NBA, NHL. We're fortunate enough to do that here in our format that we have here, and what we cover here is we cover everything today. It's called Game Day Picks, so that means we got to cover what's going on today, which is great. Because I'm already tired of all the Super Bowl coverage. I just want to get to the game. But anyway, here we go. ESPN Plus, Southern Miss and Louisiana in Sun Belt play. Yes, Southern Miss is no longer in CUSA. They're in the Sun Belt now. Southern Miss here, 2.5, total 147.
Yeah, good or bad, I don't know what to think about that because could be the Sun Belt, one bid league come tournament time. So this game is important. It may not be as important. I'm not sure. I am sure, I think. But you got the two first place teams. Both are 10-2 in the Sun Belt in a one bid league. Maybe this game does not mean as much as come conference tournament time. Or maybe for Louisiana, if they can get this road win and a few things shake the way they might, maybe they could get the second bid. After all, they're 20-4 overall. Southern Miss is 21-4. These are strong records, but right now, both the loser of the conference tournament between these two teams probably going to be on the outside looking in. So maybe the winner of this game could enhance their chances just a little bit, but they would still need two or three teams to suffer some multiple upsets in their conference play. Talking about conferences that are just ahead of the Sun Belt, which we know is kind of below par at this point. That's why they're the one bid league. So, what'll happen in this one when you have Louisiana's high-powered offense against a good defense of Southern Miss? Louisiana's won 10 straight games. They're off a win 77-67 over Marshall. They come in averaging 77 points per game on this 10-game winning streak. They're averaging more than 72 points per game. They've gone over in 10 of their last 14, including 8 of their last 9 on the road have also gone over. For Southern Miss, no, they're known for their defense. They allow just 65.3 points per game, but average 74 points per game. They're on a 7-game winning streak. So this is one of the best matchups of the night, no matter what conference you're in. Southern Miss has gone over 5-2-1 in the last 8 games. You know, they trailed at halftime in their last game against Georgia State. But they ended up scoring 49 points in the second half, showing their offensive ability to pull away for a 79-71 victory. Now, Louisiana does play pretty fast. They're third in fastest tempo so far in conference. These two teams have already met for their first meeting. Only went to 136 points at 75-61 in a Louisiana win at the Cajun Dome. But with Southern Miss at home, I think they will be more comfortable offensively. You know, you have Louisiana; they're really in the top three-point shooting team in conference play. They're tops in offensive rebounds. But what you have is a team in Louisiana that plays up tempo and then does turn the ball over a little bit more than you would like, even as good as they are, which allows for quick buckets. And what's happened here is Southern Miss comes in; they're a top 20 team in near proximity buckets. In those transition buckets, they are very, very strong as well. They're also 53rd in second chance points. But I think the key stat, they're inside the top 20 in quick points, points off turnovers, points off steals in transition. So I expect Southern Miss to pick up their end offensively where they didn't in scoring 61 points in the first game. You have Louisiana, they're top 25 shooting percentage team in the nation at 48%. They're inside the top 15 in shooting from three at 38.5%. And they're not bad inside as well at 65%. They're a very strong team with Jordan Brown leading the way, averaging 20 points. They have another top offensive player in Greg Williams, only 14 and a half points, but very, very efficient. Southern Miss has Austin Crowley as their leader, averaging 17 and a half points per game. And you look to Philippe Haas as well. So both teams top 20, top 75 in field goal attempt rates, Tony. So I think we'll have plenty of shots to get this one to go over 147 in the biggest game of the season in the Sun Belt, Louisiana at Southern Miss tonight.
Ramon says go over here. Louisiana and Southern Miss over 147. Yeah, Louisiana, a really good three-point shooting team that gives up the threes, giving up 38% from beyond the arc. Last in three-point defense. They do have the third longest active win streak, but we're not talking wins or losses here. We're talking totals here, and yeah, you're looking at the point they put up this year. Quite impressive.
Yeah, and we'll see. When you look at this line for the game, Southern Miss, they're obviously the team that's, like I said, they're tied for first atop the standings right now. But the perception is Louisiana is the better team that will eventually get that conference tournament win. But take a look, Southern Miss, they are the slight favorite in this game. So I think the one thing about Southern, yes, Louisiana does give up the three. Southern Miss a little bit more of an interior team, however. So hopefully they do get a chance and make some threes. I am looking for this game to go over, obviously, here in this one, but. Again, a tightly rated game. I mean, you're talking about a 1.5, 2 point spread in favor of Southern Miss in this, the biggest game of the season. And like I said, really, it does look like a one bid league. So, not that this game is super important. I mean, that'll come conference tournament time. Maybe Southern Miss can look to make a statement by evening up this series. Louisiana, they're the team with the chance maybe to get an at-large bid. Talked about a team. When you talked about Moorhead, for example, there's another one bid league, lower rated, of course, in the Sun Belt, but Moorhead, they'll get in, Tony, probably in their conference, and they'll be stuck in a 16. They'll be in a play-in game. So it's real weird how the NCAA works things out. I mean, you got a second best team here, probably better than that team, but that's just the luck of the draw when it comes to automatic bids and at-large bids and how this one plays out. I don't know if these teams will feel like this is super important or not. I mean, there's always pride when it comes to winning a regular season conference title, and Louisiana is expected to be that team, but right now Southern Miss can grab that conference lead with a victory tonight. And the way these two teams are playing, that might be a hard game to overcome. This one could be for the conference regular season title tonight.
All right, Ramon here, Louisiana and Southern Miss over 147. This one will have a start time 8:30 Eastern time. Ramon, let's take a look over at TonySpace.com. Showing great results here in college basketball over the last 30 days. 543 units of profit, all documented over at TonySpace.com. Big college hoops card tonight for in the NBA, NHL as well on the ice. What do you have going on over at TonySpace?
You see the record there in college basketball, and I have a three-pack loaded right now for tonight's college action, starting at 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific, 6 Central, three-pack in college basketball tonight. See it right there, including games on the extra board. So check that one out, and also a three-pack tonight in the NBA, Tony. We're going with, out of the 4 games, we'll be involved in 3 of those games tonight. Look, a lot of people want to pass on those games. I don't know if it's a refusing the handicap games with new personnel, or it can be tough.
Laziness.
Well, I mean, you want to, maybe you want to see a game, but hey, the line is there, right? I mean, why not factor in, try to determine maybe you have the advantage over the books when it comes to these type of games when you have teams tonight playing like Brooklyn, like Phoenix, like the Lakers, all coming off of blockbuster trades. Even I went to bed and didn't know that Durant had been traded by the time I got up, and I never sleep. So that one, came as a stunner this morning. They pulled off a big midnight blockbuster, if you will. Should say the Nets pulled it off, I would think, in the long run. But oh well, everybody wants out of Brooklyn, no problem. I'm sure they're all
There was
happy.
some whispers. There was some whispers on the 7th on that. The Wojo had that whisper
Oh,
out there.
oh yeah, no, for sure. But I mean, why you're pointing at the let's get out of here. I mean, we're the two stars of the franchise. So who does it really fall on? First, they wanted the coach fired, and then they just said, "Ah, screw it, let's leave." It looks like those guys are the problem, really, and hopefully they can turn their new teams around. But it looks like they're the ones that are always bringing the drama into their new scenarios. I mean, the drama follows those guys wherever they go. So hopefully they can overcome all that. We talked about it on the show today. We'll
You can
see
blame
next
you can blame Boston for that when they got clobbered, right? That clobber game. I think that was it for them when they lost.
Oh yeah, but I mean,
That was it.
look at the stability though right now though in in a team like Boston, right? I mean, they're doing it a different way to a certain extent. So, anyways, Tony, a 3-pack in the NBA tonight with these three games. It's a pretty attractive card. The big games and the other games as well. So, a little nice 4-game card tonight. Approaching that trade deadline, I imagine there'll be some other dominoes to fall. I don't know if we'll get the obviously, I don't think we'll get the deals that we just did, but we'll see if there's some more personnel moving. I did see a move on that Laker game down to 7, so I'll be curious to see what's going on there tonight. Seeing some sevens out there right now, that might indicate some situation, maybe with.
Giannis was on the injury report today. That was for sure. I saw that. That was what got my attention was Giannis's injury report. Not that these usually it's going to be resting the knee, right? Because they got a game tomorrow. This is the front end of a back-to-back here for the Bucks. They've got the Clippers tomorrow, so that's something to consider here. Whether or not they want to rest them today, and obviously the moves they made, they did move out someone to get Crowder because they got Crowder in here. He's not going to play. Portis, Ingles, Ibaka, Crowder out. Giannis and Lopez still probable there. I'm sorry. I'm looking at tomorrow's game, but let me go back here because I was already looking at tomorrow's game with the Clippers. But anyway,
Yeah, well, you have it right though.
yeah.
Giannis probable, Lopez probable, but Ingles out certainly there right now. So that was my only concern. In fact, I'm seeing it tick back up to 7.5 right now at the book 10 minutes from me, and also at the online book that you can bet in the U.S. So maybe there's not much ado there. Again, we'll see how the Lakers come out of this one. There'll be plenty of speculation about their intensity coming off that emotional game. They're off a loss. So
Oh
I know
yeah.
that a lot of people are willing
And
to say, hey,
embarrassment.
Lakers coming off a high, right? I mean, by the end of the game, we talked about on the show today, LeBron couldn't even finish the game, quite frankly. They still had a fighting chance in that final minute 40, but LeBron had to leave the game. He was just pooped. After that one. So, but congratulations to LeBron. That was a great moment, and I'm not worried about. I'm worried about AD not participating in the game from a production standpoint. I don't think there's any friction. Some people were talking, oh, AD didn't go congratulate LeBron. Those guys are like the best of friends. I mean, I think it's obvious. So, not a problem there. It's just that AD, maybe he's one of those semi-drama guys too. In a way, he can be as one of the best players in the league every night when he puts his mind to it. And then you get a game like the other night where he was hardly a factor. It was almost like he was saying, "This is LeBron's show. Let him have it." But again, like
That's
you
what it
said, Tony,
was. Yep.
the goal was to win that
I
game.
blame the coaching
Uh,
for not putting the players, for not putting the supporting cast in the right, even LeBron in the right mind frame that how important this game was to the Lakers. They are only better than two teams in the West. That's San Antonio and Houston. And the trades just mean that they won't fall behind those two teams. And there's still questions mark whether they can climb beyond their team. Can you think they're going to pass OKC in the standings? I don't know. I don't think so. There are three other teams ahead of them. The 12th, 11th team, ahead of them for that embarrassing 10 spot. Maybe that's their ceiling is to get to the 10. What do you think?
well, yeah, every game is almost a desperate situation for the Lakers. So the thing was, right, would LeBron rest tonight, even though it's against the Bucks? He probably can't because the Lakers are already, with this deal. They don't have their three new guys in there. They've already shipped out Westbrook. So personnel, the numbers could be an issue tonight that kind
They
of
moved.
forces
They
LeBron.
moved Bryant. By the way, Bryant was just moved not too long ago.
Yeah, that's a man. That's a tough move to swallow, actually, because he was promising. But again, the Lakers are taking kind of marginal players and turning them into a little bit of something. That was one, that was a shocker then, actually. So I don't know. The Lakers, they do have issues tonight going into this game with their numbers. I would think in a game that, I don't know, against the Bucks, maybe LeBron, he's had a day off, so maybe he was figuring to play in this game. I know we know he's always on the injury list with that ankle, but again, that's just yeah, it's something that's troubled him. But
Yeah,
as the week as the
Bryant is an expiring contract, and they got 3 second-round picks and Devin Reed out from Denver. So I think I think it's kind of a backhand to say we know we're not any good. We're going to just stockpile second-round picks. That's really what it was. Which
yeah, well,
are
I mean,
probably worthless in the long term, actually. Anyway.
yeah. Well, LeBron's never going to give up, obviously, and he thinks that the move that they made is to help them right now. Like we said, just want to get in. We're not saying they're in. I'm
Well,
not saying they're in.
I'm seeing something here. Mo Bamba is now a Laker, so there is some movement here. I don't know Mo Bamba now on the Laker roster. This is just breaking. I don't know if there's a trade pending, but I just see Mo Bamba now on the Laker roster. So there must have been some movement here because we see Devin Reed a guard. Vanderbilt's a big player, so maybe that's one of the reasons why they wanted to get some help. But Bamba looks like he's coming over to help Davis. Is this just breaking? I don't see any news of the trade, but I've just seen Mo Bamba now a member of the Lakers roster for some reason.
Yeah, it's going to be just coming in. I'm seeing it now on my tweet deck, Tony. The Lakers are going to trade Patrick Beverly to
Good.
Orlando for Mo Bamba. And Mo Bamba, I'd be pretty excited about that move right there. From a future perspective as well, I think he's a nice player, certainly. So it'll be for the Magic will get Beverly, second round pick, and cash considerations. It's unlikely that Beverly will ever suit up, however, for
Buyout.
Orlando. So we'll see how that works out. But I don't think that Pat Bev is done, uh, especially he definitely can help someone. During the postseason this year, so I don't think his career is done. But they don't expect him to play a game with the Magic. But that's a big move for the Lakers. Thank you for
Yeah,
sharing that.
big move and bad move for Beverly because I think maybe Barstool will cancel his podcast now. That won't be much use to them. All right, guys, get up over Ramon over at Tony's Picks, the NBA Thursday night 3-pack up there, as well as college basketball 3-pack. We flashed the numbers again with Ramon. He's been on absolute fire here. 543 units of profit that is documented over at Tony's Picks in College Hoops. So get on board with Ramon Scott. Of course, you can also get the longer term passes from Ramon. We have also the 1 month All Sports Pass. Get all of Ramon's premium plays for 30 days. That includes all his NBA, all his NHL, as well as the Super Bowl, and of course college basketball. Remember, with that 30-day All Sports Pass, that will take you right into through the first week of March. So that means we've got the end of major conference play as well as a lot of mid-major conference tournament action. So high volume college basketball here in March with that 1 month All Sports Pass. The first week of March will be high volume college hoops in action there. So that's part of it, as well as Ramon's peripheral action. He does get involved. He does a UFC podcast. He also includes UFC plays, Bellator plays as well. He also delves into some of the tennis as well. So keep an eye there with Ramon here with that 1 month pass. Use that promo code TonyT at checkout and you'll save 20% off. You can access Ramon's page by clicking the link there in the description. Click the All Cappers tab and go ahead and get signed up. All right, Ramon, we also put together a Twitter account for you over at Tony's Picks. Ramon, you also moderate our Discord. And of course, Morning Steam, you'll have a day off tomorrow after another great show today. All pro action as well as a handful of college basketball.
I have no idea what you just said, Tony. After all, you just broke that trade, and now I'm watching this frantic comeback by Wagner. I've got the under pretty solid here now. It's a 1 point game with 50 seconds left. Wagner was down close to double digits with they were down big with just 3.5 to go. Exciting finish here. Yeah, Tony, tonight I got to play up for you on social media at Tony Picks Ramon. Pick up my free play in the game between Lamar and Incarnate Word. Incarnate Word is a favorite at home. They're going up against Lamar. What do I have? Log on to Tony's Picks Ramon and pick up another free winner tonight in the Lamar game against Incarnate Word. And also my embedded videos here on Tony'sPicks.com. Pick up my free video winners tonight in the leaderboard video where I cover all the handicappers and how they're doing. It's basically called the Talk About Mindy Hahn show. Uh, we've got Lipscomb and Central Arkansas in my game tonight on the leaderboard video and also on my sponsor video tonight. You can pick up another winner there. I have that one in the game between Northwestern State and Texas A&M Commerce. So just more free winners for you to pick up here at Tony's Picks from me, Ramon Scott, and going to put something together tonight, a little more college basketball. Mindy and I are pretty involved heavily in hockey, so got nothing up yet. Most of our plays were together there on the ice. So we're going to take our day off, regroup a little bit. Morning steam numbers obviously pretty solid as well. If you put Mindy together with the morning steam team picks, I think you're up close to 5 dimes over the last 30 days. So you get all of our winners for free every morning, putting together solid days over there. This week been flatlining a little bit with a couple of winning days mixed in, but nothing that we can't just overcome in just one day. So we'll have a strong night tonight. We have 10 plays that we came to a consensus on, or 9 plays, I think, that we came to a consensus on the morning steam. Tune into our show if you haven't before. It comes on Saturdays through Thursdays, 9 a.m. Eastern, 6 a.m. Pacific. Your first look on YouTube at the day's betting card. If Mindy and I agree on a pick on a game, we call it our premium consensus. We repackage it, as Mindy said, over on Tony's Picks, but you can get them absolutely free just by watching our show. We're so thankful that we get up close to 100 live viewers every day, but those are important because those are big contributors to our show, but we don't want to slight the other 300, 400, 500 viewers that tune into the show or watch the clips of the show individually on individual game picks. So they're all very important. And even though we don't get a chance to shout you guys out, we might not know your names, but we know you're out there because the view counts say so. And we're thankful for that, Tony. Thank you very much. And we'll be back on Saturday. I guess we're renewed at least for another week here at Tony's Picks, giving out winners and having a great time with our community. I think you knew all along what you were doing, Tony T, to get a show together and a community together like that. And I'm just glad that Mindy and I have helped make it come together for Tony's Picks.
That's right. Great work there with Ramon and Mindy here with that morning steam. Of course, check us out on the Discord for more where the conversation continues. And Ramon's leaderboard video, when you hit the premium pick tabs, you'll go over to our leaderboard video there and you'll be able to check it out as well. As well as on homepage, we do have a sponsored video as well. And of course, we have a lot of plans here for Tony'sPicks.com. Great software, great functionality, putting the user first. We're not trying to get you for page views. You don't have to click 30 pages to get what you want. You can easily find what you need here, right here with the smart tab navigation, the way it's been designed for that, for the user first. And of course, you'll be able to find Ramon's also his sponsored video play there. So 2 spots on the embedded videos there. So get there, get signed up. Also, don't forget the Discord. Ramon is moderator there at the Discord. Of course, post your plays, post your questions for Ramon, Mindy, and myself on the Discord, and you'll see right now a lot of content up there from the community. And all you got to do is click the link. It's private. We keep it private, so you guys can get the private link just to our community here. So click. It's not up there publicly viewed. It can only be accessed through a private link, which we put here on our chat link. So click the link, get signed in there, and become a member right now, and get involved in the conversation. The sports betting conversation continues over on our Discord, so get over there. All right, Ramon, it's always great having the show. Continue that success. I know you keep an eye on those lines in your game. We'll talk with you again tomorrow.
Yep, and I guess I'll head over to the trade ticker as well. See what's
That's
up.
right.
It looks like maybe more action coming.
Yep, seems that way. All right, Ramon Scott here on